Bad idea. Smart woman. Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself. Welcome to Riften, home of the Thieves Guild. Or so they'd have you believe. It's all lies. You're just thugs. Vermin creeping around the rat way. Everything's all right?
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
New around Riften? Take my advice. Stay at the Bee and Bar. The bunkhouse isn't for you. Of course not. You expect me to take care of it by myself? My niece Svana helps me with the chores. She'd be more help if she kept her head out of the clouds. She's been with me ever since her parents were killed by bandits and she was dropped in my lap.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
I don't know why I bother.
Working at the Riften Fishery is tough, but it puts some coin in my pocket.
Can I interest you in some fine goods from Morrowind? I may be Dark Elf by birth, but I was raised Argonian. For reasons I'm still trying to discover, I ended up orphaned, then taken in by a kindly Argonian family in Black Marsh. I hope one day to find out what happened to me, how I ended up like that. Just one. I know when I was found by my Argonian father, I was wrapped in a blanket bearing the symbol of House Telvanni. It was one of the great houses in Morrowind long ago. Whether that means I was one of them or not, I'm uncertain. If you come across anything in your travels that might provide me with the answers I'm looking for, I'd be grateful.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from
Thank you.
Welka.
I learned that a matron who had served for House Telvanni had escaped Morrowind during the Accession War. Records showed her buying passage aboard a sailing vessel named the Pride of Telvos, but that's where the trail ran cold.
Buy some armor and
I
live
spent
to tell
years
about
looking
it.
for what became of the ship, but I ended up empty-handed. See for yourself.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry. Eh, lass?
Looking to stay
I'm
alive?
saying you've got the
Why take
coin,
a chance?
but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell. Oh, but that's where you're wrong, lass. Wealth is my business. Maybe you'd like a taste. I've got a
Buy
bit
some
of an
armor and
errand
live
to
tell
perform,
about it.
but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid. Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing.
How fast can you get your hands on I don't usually deal in weapons, but I know
There's someone that
someone
wants
who
to
is.
see him put out of business permanently.
Extra to get them fast.
That's all you need to know.
I don't
Now,
care what
you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started.
I'll contact my man tonight and let you know what he says.
We've been contracted to make sure Branche remembers not to meddle in affairs that aren't his own. Now, since we're not the Dark Brotherhood, We're not going to kill him. We're just going to make sure he sits in the prisons for a few days.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Do you want me to hold your hand as well? You're going to have to sneak over to Medesi's stall and use your lockpick on the strongbox. Then, when you have the ring, you pickpocket Branchet and leave it behind. I'm ready when you are. Just give the word.
Delivered to the bunkhouse.
Can I interest you in some fine goods from Morrow? Have anything you wish to sell? I pay fair prices for all sorts of goods.
Working at the
Anything you
Riften
can find
fishery
would
is
be of
tough.
great help. Good luck.
Leaving Mournhold was.
So I'm only
if
going
Riften
to
is the
say
best
this
Skyrim has
one
to offer,
time.
I may as
If
well
you
turn back
ever
right now
try
and just head for home.
practice the Debellan arts with
Okay,
Hemming
lass.
again.
Ready to make some coin?
I
He
presume
wasn't
you're bothering me for a good reason.
Very well.
Of course. Nothing gets done without my approval in this city. I have the Jarl's ear and the guards in my pocket. Anyone makes trouble for me and I pay a visit to the Thieves' Guild. Make me angry and I contact the Dark Brotherhood. You do well to remember that the next time you make such a stupid observation.
Exotic ingredients, I have them all.
Looking to stay
Out of
alive?
my way.
Why take a
New around Riften? Take my advice. Stay at the Bee and Bard. The bunkhouse isn't for you.
Please. Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask. Is that so bad?
Still here.
How can I serve you, my Thane?
With legendary Argonian
like a saber
craftsmanship.
cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
You lead, I'll follow.
Have you met Ballerman? I'm his apprentice. He's teaching me all about being a... I used to live at the orphanage here in Riften. Grelad said my ma and my da left me there when I was a baby. They didn't want me. Ballerman took me in and has been so kind.
The Imperials think we need their laws.
Come to see Ballerman perform miracles with steel, eh? Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame. The secret is my forge. It consumes fire salts, a strange mineral that burns as hot as red mountain lava. Well, it was. Sadly, this forge is dying, and I've used the last of my fire salts. If I can't feed it soon, it may grow cold. You will? Thank you. 10 pinches of fire salt should give me all I need to bring this forge back to life. People say I'm making gold off of other people's misery, but what else would I do? Smithing is all I know. Next time one of my shields deflects a killing blow, they'll change their tune. A flame Atronach's body might provide fire salt. They're dangerous creatures that can be summoned by wizards. Of course, it would be much easier to check with an alchemist. They occasionally have them for sale.
Crush your enemies to dust like a giant.
You wish to do what I do? Very well.
Could be yours.
What brings you to Balaman today? Take a look. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do.
I've got your back.
The Forge knows the difference.
I am at your command. Let's get going then.
Come to see Balaman, looking to protect yourself or deal some damage.
Marbles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The Forge knows the difference.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine farmer blood elixir. Only 20 septims each.
Beautiful marbles and gleaming
Genuine
gemstones
farmer
over
blood
here.
elixir for sale. Live for thousands of years. See into other people's thoughts.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Cannabis, potions, exotic ingredients.
Oh.
I have them all. They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King. With his voice. Shouted him apart.
How can a humble servant of Talos help you today? Talos bless you, my child. He's the protector of man, the dragon of the north, the patron of all Nords. And despite the Imperials and their treaty, he will always be one of the 9 divines.
Buy some armor and
A devout Nord would rather fall in battle and have his blood spill upon the earth than allow the Empire to strike his name from the divinity. Talos is part of our culture. He's part of our heritage and our tradition. He's Skyrim personified. To suddenly have all that wrenched away is like losing someone you hold dearly in your heart. The Empire already took my daughter from us, but by Talos, they will not take our homeland. I trained our daughter Lilia as a healer to one day tend the shrine of Talos and replace me as a priestess of Talos. When the fighting began over the white gold concordat, she ran off to join the Stormcloaks. She had her father's fire. How could I say no? She died out there, only having tended to the wounded soldiers for a few months. We never even found her body. The Empire burned all the dead. Talos preserve you.
I'm selling fine jewelry here.
Genuine Falmer blood elixir for sale. Live for thousands of years. See into other people's thoughts.
Gems, potions, exotic ingredients.
Stay out of trouble, Orc.
If you're looking for anything to sell for a fair price, I run the Pond Prawn over by the mark.
Yeah?
Catchy, isn't it? In my youth, I was a fisherman. I had a beautiful ship named the Brawny Prawn. But the years have a way of creeping up on you. I ended up selling that ship to open this place. Seemed only fitting to name it after her. Well, changed it a bit, I suppose. If I had been smarter, I would have kept my boat. Coming to this city was a big mistake. The question is, what isn't wrong with Riften? This city's corrupt, rotten to the core. No one cares about anything except themselves, and how much coin they can make off the misery of others. Authorities, have you been listening to what I said? They're all dirty. Every one of them. The only way to get things done in this city is to keep your head down and pay off the right people. Aye.
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. Oh, he spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself. All the crime and corruption in... Bercy's afraid that someone's making a move to take the Pawn Prawn from us. I think he's being paranoid. Watch what you're doing. Huh? We both own... I just care about my husband so much, and I hate to see him in this state.
Welcome. Allow me to recommend them. We serve only the best here. Blackbriar mead. May I get one for you? Take a look.
She's an absolute pleasure to work for. In fact, I almost feel guilty accepting pay from her. Why, just this last week, I was commenting to my fellow meadery workers just how lucky we are to be working for such a charitable family. Okay, look, if I'm caught saying anything bad about the meadery or the family, I'm a dead man. I'm the 4th person to work the tasting counter in the last year. The last 3 are at the bottom of Lake Henrik. Just take my advice and just get out of Riften as soon as you can. Lady Maven's been developing the secret recipe for Blackbriar mead over the last several decades. She uses a very secret blend of spices, fresh honey from Golden Glow Estate, and specially constructed aging casks to ensure the best flavor. Even when you get to the last sip in your flagon, it'll taste just as good as the first. Damn it. Sorry. I'm not very good at this. Look, just don't say anything to Maven, will you? I've spent weeks trying to get that right, and if she sees how stupid I am, she'll get rid of me. Yeah, fired. Sure. That's what I meant. Come back and see us again.
New in town, eh?
If you're looking for anything to sell for a fair price, I run the pond prawn over...
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem. I don't have any business with you, so get out of my face. I don't have any business with you, so get out of my face.
Huh? What do you want? I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do. I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me. You will? Oh, thank you. Yes, Hofgrir took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty.
I don't know you. You in Riften looking for trouble? Yeah? Well, I got news for you. There's nothing to see here. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Then you're stupider than you look. You better watch your ass around here.
Got to thinking. Maybe I'm the Dragonborn, and I just don't know it yet.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
Sorry about the mess. Keeping this place clean is quite a chore. The bunkhouse isn't an inn. I'd recommend the Bee and Barb. Work?
Worse.
I suppose you can call it that. I call it slavery. I work my fingers to the bone keeping this disgusting place clean. Ever since my parents died and Helga took me in, it's been a nightmare. How was I to know she was such a wretched woman? So now I'm stuck living here, while those pigs she calls customers grope me and say the most awful things.
Ujita, you really need to stop.
It's not just the work, it's everything about her. She's disgusting. I think she takes her worship of Dibella a bit too seriously. Do you know she slept with 3 different men in the last month alone? What kind of woman would do such a thing? Just for once, I'd like to see her squirm, to rub her nose in it. Actually, there is. But I don't think I could get away with doing it. She'd kill me if she found out. You see, I happen to know, after she makes love, she gives her partner a token of her affection, called a Mark of Dibella. If you confront her with 3 of the marks, she'd be so embarrassed. Well, I don't know what she'd do. Oh, this is going to be great! You need to get the marks of Dibella from Boli, Hofgrir, and Indaren. Not sure how you're going to do that, but try your best. Then just confront Helga with them, and the rest works itself out.
Hey, Greenskin, close your mouth.
Try and get those marks without violence, please.
There's
I
no
don't want
need
to
to
be
be
responsible
rude,
for their
Grelka.
deaths.
If you don't care,
I really need your help.
Perhaps you should take.
I don't want to lose my job at the fishery. What am I going to do?
Perhaps you should crawl back into whatever swamp
My
you've
job
been
at the Riften fishery is in danger. The owner, Boli, said that if I show up for work in this condition one more time, then I'm out. I don't mean to do this to myself, but I can't help it. I tried some skooma a year ago, and ever since then, I can't stop. If you could give me a healing potion, I could cleanse this poison from my body and get back to my
Nothing
life.
to do with Svidey.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen Svidey in a while. Wait, he didn't.
Your kindness will never
No,
be
it was
forgotten.
Svidey's brother, Wolfer.
Here,
She's in
take
hiding
this.
now.
It's all I can offer you for what you've given me.
If he wasn't a Black
I'm off work at the Blackbriar Meadery. I'll be back there in the morning.
Then I suppose I'd end up like Wolfer.
Working at the Riften fishery is tough, but it puts some coin in my pocket. Travel safe.
Come see me in the mark. I do. Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is gathering materials has become hazardous. The roads to the mines and to the other cities are thick with bandits, and worse. Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? I'd certainly be happy to compensate you. Thank you, Landstrider. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and a chunk of gold ore. Not well, I'm afraid. That Brynjolf, he keeps draining the people's pockets with his ridiculous miracle cures. A few months ago, it was Troll Fatsav, and now he's got something new. Not that there's anything that can be done about it. He's in good with the Thieves Guild.
Don't worry about it, Svana.
Safe travels, Landstrider.
No.
If you're ever in the market, I deal in specialty goods
Look,
for
if you're in
Morrowind
some
at
sort
one
of
the
trouble,
stands.
I could talk to Helga.
No, please. I'm just tired is all. Thank you. It is our most favorite company. Boli is a good man. He pays us well and watches out for us. I used to work at the Blackbriar Meadery, but Indaren and I never saw eye to eye. That elf has no patience at all. It's probably for the best anyway. I'm far better at fishing than working in a meadery. I'm not sure what it's made from, but I can tell you that once you've had a taste, you'll never crave anything else. The Dunmer came up with the stuff a long time ago. Very illegal and very hard to come by. I got mine off a merchant ship in Solitude. Worst mistake I ever made. Look, I don't think I should say. I mean, they could kill me. It's not worth dying over. You've been kind. I thank you.
Any luck getting the marks from those men?
Yes.
I'm feeling much better now, thanks to you.
Sorry about the mess. Keeping this place clean is quite a chore.
Tidings.
You have no idea what it's like to have everything, then watch it all disappear.
Need something.
Can't you bother me at my armor stand in the market? Or are you that desperate for training? Look, I've moved all over Skyrim selling these bits of junk, and I'm barely scraping by. I'm not out to win friends, and I could care less if you're happy about your purchase or not. I just need the coin.
Come to think of it,
The sooner I get out of Skyrim, the better.
Wait, he didn't.
No.
Are you serious? The war is tearing the land apart. The dragons have returned seeking who knows what. Skyrim is going nowhere fast.
Right over to the jail and teach
If I were you, I'd pack up and get out of here before you end up in one of those burial cairns. They'd stop at nothing to take your last bit of food if that's all you had. The Ratway's too good a place for that scum. There are ruined sewer tunnels beneath the city. The only way I know how to get in there is through a door off of the canal. If I were you, I'd keep my feet dry and stay up here. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness knows I could use it.
Tidings.
The bunkhouse isn't an inn. I'd recommend the Bee and Bar. Aunt Helga,
If you're looking for a bed,
demean
this is
yourself
the wrong
with these
place.
people you barely know. They show no real love for you.
It's only a bit of fun. You're a lovely young thing. You should try it sometime.
No, I'm
You looking
saving
for something
myself
or
for
what?
someone special. Someone who loves me dearly.
This heap of matchsticks is what everyone calls Helga's bunkhouse. Can you stay here? No. The bunkhouse is for the working man, not some sort of luxury inn for tourists. I don't know why I bother. You mean Sibby? You must be joking. All he wants to do is bed you and be done with it. You may as well get it over with and let him.
You're wrong. Sibby and I are in love, and you're just jealous.
Hmm?
People of Riften, heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence.
Yeah?
This is one
What's
of
your
the
problem?
signs. The signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons
Yeah.
filled with your
What's your
vile
problem?
liquids and embrace the teachings of the Handmaiden of Kine.
No, Maramo. We talked about this. Talon,
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Maramal. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Blessings of Mara upon you. How may I help you, my daughter?
Friend. Up for some fishing this week.
I don't know, Bolly. It's getting dangerous outside.
Wonderful.
The walls.
Where to begin?
Oh, come
Mara
now.
is the goddess of love. The temple spreads her gifts by tending to the sick, the poor, and the lost.
Scared.
We also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim. Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you familiar with how marriage works in Skyrim? Typically, love in Skyrim is as earnest as the people who live here. Life is hard and short, so there's little room for long courtship. A person who is looking for a spouse simply wears an amulet of Mara about the neck, showing they are available. When another person shows interest and the two agree to be together, one of them comes to the temple and we arrange a ceremony. Mara's domain encompasses the emotions we strive the most to embrace: love, compassion, and understanding. It's difficult to appreciate her gifts in these dark times, but you should consider her light a beacon in the storm. May you return to her benevolence in safety.
Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you much right now. I'm currently in mourning. You've caught me at a bad time. I've lost someone dear. It was my sister, Lilia. She served as a battle maiden with the Stormcloaks. We recently heard she'd been killed. I find it difficult to talk about. Perhaps you'd be better off speaking to my parents about it. Anyway, I'm glad my work at the Blackbriar Meadery keeps me busy. Helps me keep my mind off of things. My father was a Stormcloak soldier in his younger days. Now he just walks the streets spewing his hatred and propaganda. My mother is the priestess of Talos. She tends to the shrine and teaches his ways. I'm just not so sure she's delivering the right message. Don't mistake my political beliefs as a substitute for my family values. They're still my parents, and I love them dearly. I just think they've let my sister's death skew their outlook on Ulfric and what he really brings to the table with this war. I'm not so certain that Ulfric's intentions are as noble as they think. I think Ulfric cares about Ulfric, and the rest is a smokescreen. I'd appreciate if you kept my opinion between us. The last thing I want to do is have my parents lose another child. Yes, actually. I'm partnered with Maven Blackbriar. I put up a chunk of the gold she needed to get the place off the ground. We've been staggeringly successful so far. In fact, I'm almost surprised how quickly she's generated business for us. My name may not be on the label, but some of my blood, sweat, and tears are in every drop. Figuratively, of course. It's been good talking to you.
If your allegiance lies with the Empire, we haven't much to discuss. You're not from around here. Imperial spy, perhaps? They mean to take our history and crush it all in the name of some damn treaty. The soil beneath our feet is steeped in the blood of our ancestors. We've fought for this land, and died for it. I lost my own daughter to the Imperial dogs, and by Talos I'll not lose anyone else. Lilia joined the Stormcloaks many years ago, when the first of the skirmishes broke out across Skyrim. I was so proud of her. She served as a battle maiden, using her healing arts to help those that fell on the battlefield. Never even lifted a blade in her life. It didn't matter. The Imperial soldiers cut her down, killed her like a dog, and left her body to rot in the mud. And that's why I won't rest easy until every single Imperial soldier joins her, and Ulfric sits upon the throne of Skyrim. Support Ulfric or die trying. There's nothing in between.
My skill in why hire a common soldier to protect you when you can have a master of the arcane? If you change your mind, seek me out here. Why settle for just stabbing your foes when you can roast them alive in a gout of arcane fire?
What wasn't I clear about? I'll be at the market come morning. You better be there too.
There's nothing like fishing on Lake Onric. You should try it sometime. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'd never sleep with anyone besides my good wife, Drifa. Hand what over. I have no idea what you're talking about. Or else what? You don't scare me. I should say so. Remember to give at the temple.
Yeah? What's your problem? I knew that stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story. I hope we bump into each other again. Yeah? What's your problem? I knew that stupid... Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. All right, all right. I guess I made enough from his shipment. No need to waste any more time threatening a stable hand. Tell Shadra he doesn't owe me anything. I hope we bump into each other again. Look, I already said Shadra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back.
What wasn't I clear about?
If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise, what can I get you? Mead? Wine? The Thieves Guild has been pushing hard to regain a foothold in this city. Rumor has it they're falling apart from the inside. Head north to Winterhold. There's a college there. They teach magic. Most Nords don't care for them. Else you could go see the Jarl's wizard. Might be able to help you. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. come back and see us again.
What wasn't I clear about?
Look, I already said Chandra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back.
What wasn't I clear about?
Look, I already said Chandra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back.
Looking for work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar. Ah, well, I recently approached Sibby Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibby half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibby believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibby for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth. Ah, you're a smart woman. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften. You'll be well paid for your time. No idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No guard would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission. I'm not exactly comfortable around guards or jails. Definitely not when associates of mine have been locked up. No, I'll meet you outside of town. I'll meet you outside. Huh?
Look, I already said Chandra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back.
Hail, companion.
Hey, don't look at me that way. Who are you to judge me?
Riften's under my protection. You watch yourself now.
So what if I have a problem? I know how to deal with it. Maramal thinks he's so smart. Tells me that Mara will cleanse the filth from my blood. Huh! What does he know? My Nwah of a father thought he could pull my strings. Continue the Halalu tradition. Pah! I left all that nonsense behind.
Everything all right?
Come to laugh at the grave tender? If you're trying to ask if I tend the Hall of the Dead alone, then the answer